Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here at Justin's Motorsport. Everything starts to dream here on Rumble and on YouTube. And in today's video is we're going to talk about Toyota, how Mr. 2 got me into loving Toyotas. So I'll explain the reason why I got in the Toyota, and actually the MR2 W11 was a perfect car that suited my style. You can and I have back, they can ask the car friends that this car actually did suit me very, very well and all that. So I got a little history about that car. Yeah, it was 87 W11. It's the non-supercharged version. It was Midnight Pearl Blue, which is one of my favorite colors, T-top, and also manual transmission, 5-speed. So this one I bought for about $2,000, and that it wasn't as bad as it was now, but I do not have I sold the car and all that for about $800. But the fact of the matter is that I used this car for a lot of racing. I didn't have a lot of cameras back then, either where the GoPro wasn't working, so I do have some racing footage of it. And I actually, in the previous video you saw the MR2 driving, I actually have the pictures of the times and all that for that car. So I'll post that picture up and so you guys can see the time that the 3 runs that I ran with the MR2 at 3 flags in those 3 videos and all that. What else we got here? Oh yeah, and that's where I did most of my racing, is with that car. Other than that, like a couple of races I had to redo the brakes because I hit a tire wall in there, and I didn't have any footage of that. But yeah, what I was trying to do is left foot brake on this car because that's what you do with the mid shift, right? And then all of a sudden the car shot out of the corner like a rocket and bam, right into a tire wall. And that kind of messed up the bottom part of the bumper, which I think I do have pictures of the car where the bumper's kind of pushed up a little bit and all that. And I went off the track a few times with that car because of the brakes were weak and all that. So it took me a while to figure it out, but I managed to go on Toyota's website, the factory, ordered a master brake cylinder for it. So that saved everything and all that. And I also got an extra cap for it too as well, just in case and all that. So all said and done, right? Okay, so that car got fixed. Where the brakes, take it out to racing again, right? And yeah, I actually was at my third, I was thinking my second run, I blew the CV axle in the car. Like I literally blew it. Like all of a sudden I'm driving, and then coming out of a corner, it's like all of a sudden the car got like really, really loose, and I'm like, okay, what the heck has happened? And then I was told that they saw a piece of the CV axle, so like the boot plastic part, like the cup part of the CV axle, I should put a picture up of it, blew out. They gave me the part that blew out, so I blew my CV axle, so I had to take that, drive that car back to Regina with a blown CV axle out of Lumsden. So yeah, at that, had to go to Auto Parts Plus and order a CV axle, and I'll put that up too as well. The CV axle I did order wasn't the right one, was for a Corolla, older Corolla, so I had to send them back and get the right drive shaft, the CV axle for it. It doesn't have a drive shaft, my bad. CV axle for it, so I got that put on the car, and she was golden, man. I was running great time. And the tires I was running, if I remember correctly, I had the factory 14s on the front in that, and so they were factory, I think they were 175s, I'm thinking. I can't remember what they were in that on the tires, but they were somewhere around 175. I think they were 60s, I think, or 50s. I can't remember what the tire size right on the front, right? Because I bought new rims and stuff for it. So I bought an offset of rims, right? So the front side was running factory 14s, which I think is 175 50R 14s, I think. I'm not quite for sure. I can't remember. I don't have a picture of the actual closest of the tire. And then on the rears, I had 205s, 45 R15s on the back of the car, which was kind of nice because in the car kind of sat like this, right? So when I switched that tire setup, man, my times were amazing on the track because I had the wider tires in the back for the mid shift and that, and then the skinniers on, so I could still do all the steering and stuff, so it's not affecting the steering and all that. Man, I was taking those corners like easily, like it was so much fun, and the car was a lot stable in the corners and that, rather versus when I was driving, like say you seen like 3 years later driving the AE92 where the car had a lot of body roll. This one didn't have any, and the factory seats actually came with kind of like the racing seats. They're not really, but you can adjust and it lifts the pack up, like this part up where you can lift, and then it gets you into kind of a racing position and everything. And yeah, I had to drive with the T-top off because without the bucket seats my helmet actually touched the T-top and all that. So yeah, it was a fun car, one of the best cars. I missed that car. Or the Passion is one of my favorite cars. Driving a mid shift, it's been just amazing, this car. Yeah, this is the car that got me in the Toyotas, and I can't go back really to buying anything else but Toyotas for a while. I might buy a non-Toyota sometime now in the future, but really this is the car that got me into Toyotas in that. I got the times up for the runs. I also did a bit of rallycross with this car too, and I got pictures of those too, and the times that I ran with the rallycross. It's just shaky like shit and all that, going through on the grass and stuff. I don't have videos of that, but I do have pictures of the car after, of going on the grass and stuff, so that was kind of interesting driving that thing. Oh my god, my back was so sore after that, after doing 3 runs of rallycross. But oh my god, I get out of the car and I feel like I'm 85 years old. I'm like, oh, and I've never been in so much pain in my lower back. That's how rough the suspension was, especially. It wasn't designed for, I guess you could say, off-roading, I guess you can say. So yeah, this is a pretty good car. Yeah, so she's yeah, I got it because it was starting to rust out and stuff. It was starting to come off the chassis and that too, so I got rid of it in that because it was coming as a safety hazard and that. And yes, I did have some exhaust leak coming into the car, so at some point I sometimes racing where I'll feel sick because of the exhaust and all that from the CO2 or carbon monoxide, I mean. And yeah, so but yeah, that's favorite color. Yeah, a lot of them didn't like me getting rid of my Solstice, but this car just suits me like so well. Like, I just love the car. Although if I do get another one, and if I do, I'm definitely getting bucket seats put in so I can fit in the car, because I can fit with a hat and everything, but my head's kind of like just sticking out of the just almost sticking out of the sunroof, the T-tops there. With the T-tops on, I don't touch the glass, but I'm pretty darn close to touching the glass, especially in a small car like this. And yeah, that car just, I love T-tops. And owning a T-top is compared to owning to a convertible, I always like the T-tops better than a convertible because there's some more, but it's just, I just like the T-tops. And that, especially this color and blue and that. And yeah, I really do. What other pictures we got about this car? Oh yeah, I did a lot of car shows with that. I got pictures of that. Did some shoots outside, cruising with it and all that. It was a lot of fun. Driving the Swift Current and back, it burns about a half tank of fuel. So she might have been thinking of the 1.6 liter, but he was not really nice on fuel. If you're staring on the highway, especially at night when you have the pop-up headlights up and everything like that, it's just her fuel economy just goes right to shit. So I could burn a half a tank from Regina Swift Current and then I have to fill up and back and still burn a half a tank of fuel on this thing. Yeah, but fuel economy wasn't really the issue with this car, as I didn't really care because it didn't have a big enough tank that was actually a big hit in the anything like that. But this is where I did a lot of my racing. I did a lot of car shows with this. A lot of memories with this car. Man, I just love this car so much. It's just, yeah, I guess I don't have much praise, but this thing got me into Toyotas, and then I ended up getting a Corolla later on, because I just missed, oh yeah, I did buy an older, after I sold this, I did buy another MR2 for about $400. I was going to turn it directly just into racing. I couldn't get, I had the fuel lines in that, but because of the tank was so rusted and stuff, so the car when it started in the fuel pump was all gunged up and stuff, and and that yeah, she was a bit gunky. I don't know if I have pictures. I might have pictures of that. I could put those up too as well, and explaining that to the car, because yeah, it's pretty much yeah, that one I tried to, in that, and I can help me in time because he was too busy with racing that, so I couldn't get the fuel lines connected because I bought like a I bought a fuel cell for it because I was going to reuse the tank because it was so rusted out and gunky in that. And yeah, I built I don't know if I still have built it, but I did build a place where they'll put the tank in the front of the car because there's no engine in the front. There's a mid shift and that, so I did that. I was ready to bolt down the car, and everything, but I just couldn't get the fuel lines in and stuff because I didn't have time to do that. So I ended up scrapping that car. Yeah, actually, the stupidest thing about these cars is, okay, so when you have to replace the fuel pump, right? You literally gotta literally rip apart the interior, but you gotta drop the tank to get at the fuel pump, which is dumb because you take the center console apart and that, and you see this other thing. This is the sending unit, so the sending unit's easy to access. It's like right by just back of the shifter and that on the car. That's easy to get at. The freaking fuel pump, you gotta drop the tank to get out the fuel pump, and then I'm like, why? Well, if they were kind of smart, they would have put the fuel pump easier access on the top and put the sending unit if you have to replace the fuel sending unit, then drop the tank on the fuel sending unit, not for the fuel pump itself. Now, and I think it was like this long or something, like yeah, so this yeah, so that other was a greener kind of style one, and that, so I kind of really do like this. Yeah, didn't have the time and the money to get this thing, and yeah, I did plate under antique because it was old enough for antique plates, and yeah, so I could figure so yeah, but this car is yeah, this is one of my favorite cars that I've owned, and yeah, I do really miss this car. Eventually I could get another one, but if I do, it's got to be the supercharged version, like the 4AGZE engine, manual, T-top, has to be. If I could find one in Midnight Pearl Blue, that'll be golden, but if it's like in white or whatever, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's a manual and T-top and a supercharge, I don't mind. But if I could find it in the blue, oh, that'd be awesome. Or that jade green with the tan bottom on it. And I got a picture of that car. Actually, it's like a box of a model kit of the AW11 in that. So yeah, it's pretty so I got that box. I'll put that up too as well. So yeah, no, it's just I'm just sharing you some of what the car what got me in the Toyotas, and this is the car, the MR2, Mr. 2 is what you call them. Got me into my lovely Toyota, got me into Toyotas and realized how good Toyotas were, and I should have bought Toyotas years ago, but it's everything, you live and learn in that. Yeah, so it would be nice to own an MR2 again. So probably much remember, but yeah. So as you can see, this picture here on the screen is I use some filters and stuff on an old Samsung S2. I think this was S2 or S3. Can't remember. It was an S3. No, S4 actually. S4. Using this is I use different kind of filters and stuff. So this is like a sketch view of me, the glasses. And you can see I got bigger muscles in that, and you got the TRD hat. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I let you guys just see that, and yeah, so I will figure this out, and yeah, this is a great thing to share with you guys, that I'm really passionate. I love this car, and this is the racing car. The interesting about this car is, yeah, I blew the front passenger tire on the car in the winter time. Those are the winter tires on. Like, there was some piece of concrete on the highway that I didn't see at night or something like that, and I ran over it, and it just like literally knocked the tire right off the rim. I got pictures of all that on the tow truck and all that. And also my car got broken into. That car got broken into as well. As you can see, all the glass and shard. Nothing got stolen out of the car because there was nothing in the car for them to steal, which kind of pissed me off and all that. Well, it happens when you live in the hood. Back in that day, I lived in the hood, so that was common that if your car got broken into and that. But there was nothing in there that they took, because I leave nothing in my cars for that. Yeah, so yeah, out of that we'll go. That's the pictures there, so that sucked. They never did catch the guys who did that, but hey, that happened a long time ago. And that, so yes, so off topic, we're gonna end the last video. I hope you guys enjoyed the last video. That one was really good, and that it showed you some of the history that I really originally wanted to build the channel on. and that. So yeah, like I said, it's always what do you call it? Let's see. Yeah, so this beautiful thing is, yeah. You can probably see some of the, like I said, I got pictures, lots of pictures of this car. Not a whole lot of video footage of the car, but I do got tons of pictures of the car, so I'm going to be sharing lots of those as throughout this whole vlog about the MR2 and all that. So yeah, let's see, it looks pretty cool. Someone got a picture of me driving it on the highway. See, and yeah, so this is my car that got me into Toyotas, and I would really like, and yeah, so yeah, I'll end this vlog here. I've been doing a really good job. My New Year's resolution back in the review video was to post once a week. That's my goal, is post once a week, and I've been doing pretty good at that. I mean, in Saskatchewan, it's very hard to post car content in the winter time because a lot of it's in hibernation. Until I have a garage where I can actually work on a vehicle, I can give you guys winter footage at the end of this year. When we go back into winter, I can give you winter footage because I have a garage and everything that I need to work with to get you guys some good some content and stuff throughout the winter, the next winter and all that. But it's very hard to try creating content, especially in the winter time in the car scene up here. Yeah, so like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching this long, and leave put I don't know, a pineapple emoji, or put just type in AW11, say that you made it through the whole video here, and that, and new to the channel, welcome. And yeah, so they'll do Justin's Motorsport, everything starts with a dream, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.